Hey everyone, and welcome to Pacific Ashtanga Yoga Shala for our weekly conference. Today is a little bonus on how yogis can do their space training, specifically Ashtangis. Between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies our ability to choose, and in our ability to choose is our freedom to be our best self. And this week, as yogis, we come to our yoga mat to do our Ashtanga practice, and the number one thing that we focus on is our breath. When people ask me what I do for a living, I used to say I was a psychologist, and then I said for a while that I was a yoga teacher, and now when people ask me, I say that I'm a breath teacher, because I think it's the number one thing that we all do when we come here. And in practicing and training our breath on our yoga mat, I believe that we all become better at breathing through life. And when you really think about how we fuel our mind and how we fuel our body and how we're animated and we come to life, food, we can only live without food for a limited amount of time, water only a few days, but breath, we need breath every minute, in order for us to be healthy and vital. And so our ability to fuel ourselves with healthy food or healthy water is important, but we realize even more important is the quality of our breath throughout the day. So I always tell my students that one of the ways that we sort of understand our own health of our energy and our mind is through understanding our nervous system. And so we think of our nervous system, our autonomic nervous system, which is always on autopilot, always happening without me having to think and tell it to work, is our ability to move between the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. So fight or flight and rest and digest. And oftentimes I like to ask the question, which is better for us, to be in the parasympathetic or the sympathetic nervous system? And if I can trick one of my students, sometimes they'll say, oh, it's better to be in the parasympathetic nervous system and be all zenned out yogis, rest and digest. But the truth is, what we know is that most healthy people are the people that can easily modulate between the two, who can be excited and be chased by the tiger of life and fall in love and break their heart, and who can then move into this other arena, which is like rest, relax, turn everything off at night, enjoy your family, enjoy your time. So one of the greatest ways that we can do that, which I think most of us forget about, is that our breath can always move us between those systems quickly. So we know that a breath can, just right now I take a couple deep inhales. It wakes us up, it elevates our moods. And if I want to go into more of a chill state, relax, I take a long exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Do it again, take a big inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. And the effect on our body and our mind is instant. It is quicker than me reaching into a medicine cabinet to control my mind or what's going on with my body chemically. It's instant for us. So I always say for us, we do, here in yoga, we do training for that space in between and for the mind and for our health, so that the other 22 hours of our life we're healthier. So I want all of you to think that today we'll train for an hour and a half. When you go out to live your lives without even thinking about it, you will naturally be able to breathe better. You will naturally be able to modulate between those systems better. And also, you're going to be able to be more of, we say in the Upanishads, I was just teaching on the looking bird and the eating bird, right? The eating bird is constantly in stimulus and response, constantly in stimulus and response. And the looking bird, we can say, is like the seer. In yoga, we try to become the seer so we can look down and see a situation. So in life, we're then, as yogis, better at looking through a window and seeing a situation, going like, how do I want to be in this situation? Or seeing yourself and going, gosh, I'm just worried, I'm driving at home, and the whole time I'm like thinking, worried, upset. And when we see it, then we have this ability to take the medicine. And so I always like to have a visual, so I say it like this. So in these particular pants, I have like this little slit, which is like this little pocket here. And I always think of it as like my medicine is right in this little pocket, and I can pull it out anytime and take the medicine as needed. And the medicine is breath. Anytime I need it, I can just take the medicine and go, oh, Di, this is running you. So I just stop and I slow down my breath, take a couple big breaths, and all of a sudden it shifts what I see, it shifts how I am, it shifts my mood a little bit. It gives me perspective, or I'm just about to respond to someone in a way that I always respond, and I'm a little bit irritable or whatever, and I see myself, and I take a big breath first, and I decide, no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to be irritable. That is the beauty of yoga training and breath training, and knowing that you're just naturally better at it for being in here and working out every day your breath, but also knowing as a yogi it's always available to take the medicine as you need it, and the effects will be instant. So today for the quote, I have something special that is a Hopi prayer, and actually I consider it more of a teaching. And I used this 2 years ago when sort of our country was going through maybe a difficult time, and I realize now it's another one of those times where I see some of my friends and my students, my people around me, my tribe, that is a little bit nervous or worried or fearful. And I think it's good for us to remind each other as a community to take the medicine, because how we show up for life is actually our life. So what I'm going to ask all of you to do today, those of you out joining us on our YouTube channel, is to close your eyes right now. I'm going to read this beautiful Hopi teaching, and just let each of you let it speak to you. You know, even if we read this with me 2 years ago, it might speak to you different today. What's happened in your life in the last 2 years? What's happening in your life right now? There's something in this for all of us. So thinking of, this is an elder of the Hopi tribe, and he's a speaker of the wolf, fox, and coyote clan. I want you to think of him as, this morning, he's your shaman. And just being here or listening to us, whatever, has put you in the path of hearing this and allowing this to be something that is a light on your path, which is what we say guru or teachings are, just lights on your path. So I'd like you to do, May and Annette are with me this morning to join us for this, to put your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your right hand, and close your eyes and just allow these words from this beautiful shaman to speak to you this morning, wherever it's going on in your life right now. You have been telling the people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go and tell the people that this is the hour, and there are many things to be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in right relationship? Where is your water? Know your garden. It is time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other. Do not look outside yourself for a leader. There is a river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift. There are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel they're being pulled apart, and they will suffer greatly. Understand that the river knows its destination. The elders say, we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the water. And I say, see who is in there with you, hold fast to them and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to an end. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and vocabulary. And all that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in celebration. We are all about to go on a journey. We are all the ones we have been waiting for. So when I look around the water, I see all of you in the river with me, and I celebrate. Namaste.